survivors, is that enough? No! Must be, is that enough?
No!
I tell you what, I am so excited to be here, I hope I don't wet my pants. Oh, there's a monitor, look here's the TV, I can see myself. Well, that's a face made for radio, isn't it? Anyway. I want to who said that? You know, you don't get here without a great support group. And I got to tell you, I got a couple announcements I want to make. Number one, 2007 is my 5th year after my final cancer treatment. It's also my 35th wedding anniversary year. Yeah, my wife said she got in a rut and just couldn't get out of it. We were up in the room a little while ago, and I told her, honey, after 35 years of marriage, in your wildest dreams, would you believe that we'd be at the Anatole Hotel in Dallas, Texas, talking to over 900 people about Relay for Life? She said, Michael, after 35 years, you're not in my wildest dreams. It's true. I got some peeps right over here. Donald, can I have one more? Please. Central Texas! Goose bumps. In every region, there are community development partners, ACS staffers to help you with your relay. There are angels that walk among us, ladies and gentlemen. Where are my angels? Stand up. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, from Austin and Waco. This is our 60th event together. Jamie Moon, look where we came, darling. Look how far we've been. And will you do me one thing to get me out of a little bit of trouble? I told you it's my 35th wedding anniversary. You know what I did on my 35th wedding anniversary? I took my wife to a relay kickoff in Temple, Texas. But she saved my life, ladies and gentlemen. She wouldn't let me get down. She kicked my butt when it needed kicking, and she's sitting right there, and her name is Robin. Would you tell her? You know, in April 2006, Robin drugged me to a Relay for Life event. Oh, guys, come on. We've all been drugged somewhere we didn't want to go, haven't we? Come on, girls, own up to it. I didn't know about Relay for Life. I didn't care about Relay. I didn't want to go. But we had a friend that had cancer, so we were going to go to support her. Walked into the stadium, and there were all these people sitting there wearing purple t-shirts that said Survivor on the back. A couple hundred of them. And I'd heard about cancer on TV and stuff, but this many people had cancer in our area? OMG. Not bad, huh? For a long time. I just couldn't believe it. We stood around for a while, hung around for the luminary ceremony. It was all nice and neat, kumbaya and all that stuff. We left, and I didn't care about Relay for Life at all. April 2007. Almost a year to the day, she drags me back to Relay for Life. We walk into the stadium. There are all these people standing there with purple t-shirts that said Survivor on the back, and I was one of them. Did you get that point?
Got it.
I was one of them. Relay for Life had taken on a whole new meaning for me, let me tell you. I was diagnosed with squamous cell carcinoma, stage 3. Who names these things? But squamous? So anyway, back of my tongue, base of my throat. Stage 3. They said, there's 3 ways to treat this: radiation, chemotherapy, or surgery. I should have bought a lottery ticket because I got all 3. And they say, they said at some point we may have to take out your larynx, your tongue, and about 4 to 8 lymph nodes in your head. I was looking for an alternative plan. I can remember the first day of my treatments, radiation chemo, February the 14th. Valentine, when you got flowers and candy and hugs and kisses, I got chemo and radiation. Now, they told me that they wanted to put a feeding tube in because they said, Mike, pretty soon, you're not going to want to eat, you're not going to be able to eat. Here it comes. Put your hands right here. Everybody's got to do it. We'll be here all day. Clap one time. Did good. I did this in Austin at a real nice dinner, and a lady in the front row. Austin has a slogan that said, keep Austin weird. Lady missed. I told her, I said, man, you're doing your part to keep Austin weird. Let's do it again. When you see this, not yet. Open your hand. Ready? So every time you see me do this, get ready, okay? Not yet. You put them down. This lady's over ready. I said no to the feeding tube. Rubber nose in my hose. Rubber nose in my hose. So I took that first radiation treatment that morning. I had to do it 5 days a week for 7 weeks. And they bolted me to the table, and they do bolt you down. They have this mask. They bolt you to this table, and then they radiate. And there are side effects. I don't produce any saliva, and I glow in the dark. So if the lights go out, follow me. I'll be the first one out that door. But you don't see it, you don't hear it, you don't feel it. So I jumped up from the table, and I thought, this is all you got? I can handle this. Fourth day, I wasn't getting up quite so quick. I did get a raging sore throat. Wonder of wonders, radiation. I lost 72 pounds in 3 weeks. Every day that I went in there, they said, we need to give you a feeding tube, Michael. And I said, no. Why? Because I was afraid of it. I didn't know what it was. I needed to talk to somebody who had been through this before. I was like the guy walking down the road that fell into a deep, dark hole, steep sides, couldn't get out. He's trapped. He looks up and sees his doctor walking by and says, hey, doc, I'm stuck in this hole. Can you help me out? Doctor writes out a prescription, goes down in the hole and walks off. He's alone in a dark place. And he sees a preacher walking by. Say, Pastor, I'm stuck in this hole. Can you help me out? He writes out a prayer, throws it down in the hole, and walks off. It's pretty lonely at times. You don't see any way out. And it's very dark. He looks up and he sees a friend walking by. He says, hey, Joe, can you help me out? Joe jumped down the hole with him. He goes, Joe, you idiot, now we're both trapped down here. Joe said, yeah, but I've been here before and I know the way out. I want to be a Joe for people. That's why I am hope. I beg my doctors, if you ever hear of anybody that has cancer like I have, because I didn't have anybody to talk to, let me know about it. So I go through all these cancer treatments every day. And every day I go in there, they weigh me. And I'm losing weight, 5 to 7 pounds a day. Why? Because I'm an idiot. Sorry about that, honey. One day I did come in there, and I knew they were going to tell me. I was so weak, I could put both arms down inside my pants. I had to hold them up. And I walked in there. I was bound and determined to make every appointment. I was so weak that I really couldn't stand up very much by myself. I knew they were going to weigh me. I knew what they were going to tell me. And I stood in front of that scale. It might as well have been Mount Everest. I started crying. My oncology nurse came out, took me in her arms, and said, Mr. DeHart, don't cry. We're going to help you. But we need your help. It was time for a feeding tube, wasn't it? Now, let's go to the Relay for Life in April. I've just had my feeding tube out. And I'm standing here still holding my pants up. Because we've established I was an idiot. Robin, I heard that, honey. I'm still. 35 years, what are you going to do? I wanted to walk those laps so bad. I just didn't have the gas. But I was walking, holding my pants up. And I'd walk a little bit and I'd stop. I'd walk a little bit and I'd stop. and it got dark. And they turned the lights out. And all those bags lit up, circling that track. Thousands of them. I'm telling you, it was like the stars falling from the sky to light up that track. That little soft pool of light around each bag. I was standing there. I don't know why I stopped where I did, but I looked behind me at where I'd been. And I looked ahead at where I was going. And I looked down at my feet. There was a luminaria with my name on it. Without telling me, my wife had done a luminaria in my name. Powerful moment. No, down here, not up here. That's a powerful moment, ladies and gentlemen. And something occurred to me about that light. You want to talk about dream big? You want to talk about relay big? You want to hope big? I know what that light was. That was the light of hope in each one of those bags. And it may have been from the heavens. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the light of hope. And do you know where that hope comes from? It comes from this room. It comes from every one of you and what you do at your relay. I'm standing here as a cancer survivor because of what you do. You saved my life, and one of my messages to you today is thank you from the bottom of my heart. That light of hope is from every relay that has ever been and ever will be, and it's the light of hope in the not too distant future. We'll have a cure for this thing called cancer. Do you agree with that? You want to hope big? You want to dream big? One guy had a dream in 1985. He went for a little bit of a run. We now call that Relay for Life, the largest non-profit event in the world, and you're part of it. You saved my life. That's hope, man. That's what hope is. You are the light in every one of those bags. When you go to a Relay for Life, I want you to remember the 900 people here, because if you want to know where that hope is coming from, Brooke, it comes from you guys. You guys saved my life. How can I thank you for that? Well, I tell you what I can do. I can tell you that, folks, we got to relay bigger. 13 million survivors, is that enough? No! How many is enough? No. All of them. Can you tell me that? All. 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 Are we going to kill cancer? Yes! I don't really think you believe it. Do you have hope? Yes! Can you do just one more? Just one more big applause for me. Can you just give me one more?